Hello everyone, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we have a grand campaign event for you. Our first round is going to be the Battle of Gleason, Tennessee. And that is going to be 1st Delaware leading the Union side, 11 Mississippi leading the CSA side. On Eastwood Skirmish, switching over to our second map, the sides are going to switch. So Union campaign is going to play on CSA, CSA campaign on Union. Iron Brigade is going to lead the Union campaign. And it's going to be a Merc token for the CSA campaign side, and they're fighting on Piper Farm. But for the campaign board, that is the Battle of Covington, Tennessee. Before we get into that, thank you to our Patreon members for the support. If you'd like to support, go to the link in the description where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Our regiments today on the CSA campaign side, you have Colquitt's Brigade, 11 Mississippi, 12th Virginia, Hampton's Legion, Davis Brigade, Jackson's Division, and the Irish Volunteer Brigade. IVB did bounce over. Appreciate you guys a lot. And then on the Union campaign side, you have the 42nd Pennsylvania, Iron Brigade, Free States Brigade, 36th New York, 9th Corps, Midwest Brigade, 1st Tennessee, and the 1st Delaware. Server pop today is 240. In balance is dead even. CSA doesn't have artillery. Union does, and Union has 7 on it. So Union's down by 7 infantrymen. Shouldn't have too much of impact, but you know, every man counts. So switching over, frontline reporters today for your Union side, you have Lucian from the Iron Brigade, and then on the opposite side you have Doug here from Colquitt's Brigade. Very appreciative of both of those guys giving us their frontline views. You can obviously see those views on the top left and top right side of your screen. So Eastwood Skirmish, it's a pretty, I don't know. Over the years, it's become more and more balanced, in my opinion. It's become a lot more interesting to watch because CSA has played this map a lot better as of late. In terms of ticket balance on this map, the Attackers Union has a 19% ticket advantage, so it's a somewhat advantageous lead to Union. And so we'll see how they want to play it. Weapons on this map, Union has the 42nd PA, which you can see because of the cool-looking hats here. Forgot the exact nickname for them, but they got the Sharps Carbine, which is a smaller weapon in terms of its length. Not great at melee, but it can shoot at twice the rate of everyone else. And then the 32nd Pennsylvania, the other Union regiment, has the Springfield 42, which has buck and ball. Meanwhile, the CSA defense, they have the 18th Georgia Regiment with the Enfield and the Springfield 55, and then they have the 4th Texas with the Springfield 42. Again, buck and ball, Enfield, and the Springfield 55. So, Union can either go far left, which has been an option in the past. They can go down center. That is not an option. And then there's the right side, which is kind of the other option that Union will generally do on this map. And so Union's just going to full send this side. A lot of CSA shots are not hitting this front side. You can see CSA starting to collapse in from the center. That's a beautiful flank. CSA and the fence line just have to hold off long enough for the friendlies to get a beautiful flank in. One Union flag is really far back. Union starting to break through, but here comes that CSA flank. And they're going to try to get Union flags, getting down 2 of them pretty quick. And I think they got the 3rd. They did on the left side of your screen. So great hold from CSA. Union is down on tickets already. And that's the thing with Eastwood Skirmish, is that when you start to get to a higher pop, like we are in a 240, almost 250-man server, the defenders have enough people to where they can defend kind of the width of the map. And obviously, that usually reaps a lot of good benefits for the defenders. They have a lot more guys. They can defend. Sure, the attackers have more, but when you have more defenders throwing lead into an attacker who has to go across an open field, a lot of damage can be done. So, there is that. But for CSA on this map, it's a very simple strategy. As with most defense, in really everything, is you just kind of react to what the attackers do. And luckily for the CSA, the width of this map is not that big. You saw the Union charge here on the left side. There's a couple guys left that are going to be able to pick up those Union flags, so good for them. And then the other boundary of this map on the other side is a little past that snake fence here. You can see it's about here. I have the same inbounds as both teams here. but it's not that big of a map in terms of width. So as long as CSA can communicate, which their officers are in a Steam chat, so they should be able to, and as long as the CSA can hop back and forth and react fast to Union movements like we saw a moment ago, it's going to be very hard for Union to break through. And especially going to be difficult for Union to get a ticket lead. Now, how Union wins this game, they obviously got to break through the initial CSA line. If Union can get a group or so into the wood line and cause some chaos, that is where things start becoming a little iffy for CSA. But even if Union gets back there, CSA, as long as they move quick and don't let Union sit back there too long, they should be in a fine spot. So, and another thing with this map is because Union has the Sharps Regiment, they only have one company in that regiment. Most regiments in this game have two companies. If we go to the tab screen, you can see that Union here, they have the 32nd Pennsylvania, you can see has Company A, Company B, and then there's 42nd PA. And they just have one company, which means that Union only has 3 flags. Since a company gets a flag, Union only has 3 companies, CSA has 4. So, like similar maps like Hooker's Push, defenders are going to be able to out-respawn the attackers. So Union cannot really afford a mid-range shootout unless they're in a lot of cover. And also, when these charges happen, Union has to win, and they have to win them quick. Or else CSA will slowly start out-respawning them, and then Union won't be able to hold. Granted, it's not like we saw that in the previous charge. CSA just completely flanked Union and kind of overwhelmed them. But, I mean, when you're charging across an open field, that's going to happen.
Southwest, I believe, in this way.
Another thing, too, is as the server pop has increased, the Sharps company and regiment, they are only limited to a certain number of privates. And as we mentioned, those privates have the Sharps carbine, a really nice weapon, able to shoot at double the rate of everyone else. But they limit it to 17. And as the server pop grows, the effectiveness of those Sharps goes away. Because since there's a lot more defenders, they can't be as effective. Because those Sharps are really good at shooting a lot of shots off, which means they're killing a lot of people. But if there's a lot of defenders there, the effectiveness of them disappears. Also, when the flag spawn array has changed from 10 seconds to 5 seconds, this was like almost a year ago now, but that also kills their effectiveness because they're great at getting kills from a distance, assuming shots are accurate, which is hard to shoot in this game. But it lowers the effectiveness of the Sharps in that aspect as well. Because if, great, you kill a guy, he spawns back in 5 seconds. So, Union's starting to push up. They're going to try to go again. CSA center collapsed quickly. It looks like CSA is going to try to repeat the same thing. That fence just shot really far. And Union somewhat spreading out in the open. Here comes CSA. Now, if I were Union, I would turn to the CSA in the open because that's really even ground. Trying to charge at the snake fence, it's very broken. But you see some Union charge towards the CSA in the open. I think that's what the whole Union team should have done. But here we go.
We both can hang around beside the pub. Is your mum back from business? Is she trying to slip from me? I've grown up, can't you see?
Beautiful. Anyways, it doesn't look like that worked for Union, at least for the moment. CSA is starting to take some ground, but Union turning it a little bit. CSA have to charge to the open. Union flags are retreating, as that should really do it for this. Flag stopping.
Give me that beautiful banner. Give me that 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 banner.
Union trying to protect flags. That's why they pull them back. Union holds on the charge. CSA does lose a flag, but CSA strongly holding that corner. So it looks like CSA is going to hold another charge and knock Union down to basically engage. CSA almost there. Union caught up a little bit on tickets. But the thing is, right, Union is trying to take that corner, and with the CSA holding along a fence line that's slowly being destroyed.
Fall back.
See, there's the big openings now.
Get back,
One
get back,
fence
get back.
remains in the center. But Union, I guess it doesn't matter as much anymore. Because when Union initially charged, right, they would hit this fence, and it takes a couple seconds to go over. So while you're focused on that, CSA is just collapsing in on your side and flanking you. If I were Union, I would have just turned to the CSA in the open and defeat them. Because what happens is if you're Union, you kind of get stuck here in this little area trying to break through, and then CSA just completely surrounds you and envelop you. That's what's happened twice. So, again, if CSA is going to kind of spread themselves out like this, where they have one company or two holding here, and then the rest of them are charging across the open field, Union should turn and hit that. Because you have a chance of defeating them in detail. And who knows if that'll work, but the two charges at the corner have not worked so far. So it's always worth trying something new.
Banzai!
You heard him, bust your load before you reach him.
Yeah, that is.
It happens
They're
sometimes.
massing.
What wise words?
We'll see if Union does it again. I mean, CSA so far is playing this exactly as you should. They're really responding to wherever Union's going and wiping them. Looks like the artillery, even though CSA aren't there, I don't know if they know that, they're just trying to destroy this corner to let their friendlies go through there, which is not a bad idea. The snake fence destruction kind of proves huge now when you think about it. Never really thought about the changes that update like that can make. Because it used to just be straight fence destruction and like picket fence destruction, but now they included snake fences in the recent update, that being in December. But here goes Union again.
British get back. We can't lose the officer.
And CSA already looking to respond.
Damn, I've got this fucking brain matter in my eyes.
And we'll see, third time's the charm.
That's alright, he wasn't using it anyway.
Open over to the west and get in the corner.
Billy move. Boys, keep going. Don't stop. Keep going.
Now you can see Union's just able to get into that corner right away. CSA still trying to hold on the snake fence that's still there. You got a couple Union charging top. Only 5 or 6 though. More to distract the CSA up top. And Union drops to engage. CSA about to drop in a second. One Union flag going down. CSA counter-charging. Trying to get Union flags.
Another failed charge.
Go CSA.
You got Artie and Sharks and you still can't win. Sit down, Yank.
And here comes CSA collapsing in the center. Union trying to use a snake fence as some form of cover against this. Not a bad idea.
They're on our right. On our right. On our right. On our right. On our right.
And CSA is starting to turn on the side of Union, and that's going to do it for that Union push. CSA trying to push down and get Union flags. And so Union gets pushed back for a third time. Props to Union, though. Outside of that first charge, Union has really kept their flags in line. You got a couple Union guys who got back here. Some 36 New York guys and first Delaware. They're just kind of shooting with some CSA guys. Mr. Grinch here. Oh, never mind. He runs away. Oh, he's turning back. This one. That's about it, but CSA officer misses. Misses. That's a hit. Officer goes down. One more. Who's gonna win? Burger. Oh. Never mind. Hubris wins. So, CSA returning to those positions. I mean, here's the thing, right? If Union breaks through once, it's going to be a rough time for CSA. But these charges haven't been close. Union actually pushing up a group up to the corner here. They don't have a flag.
Bang.
Now, here's the thing. I think this was a good idea. They weren't going to be able to do much because they didn't have their flags. But here's the thing, right?
Hey boys, guess what we have?
CSA came over here to try to deal with them. And so you almost wonder if Union should try the same thing, except hit both sides at the same exact time. Because by Union concentrating everyone and hitting this corner at the same time, CSA as a defender is collapsing in as one and just surrounding them. And so maybe just trying that could work. Like, it's not necessarily that the different ideas would guarantee it would work, but it's more of, hey, this isn't working, you need to try something new. Fourth time, will it be the charm?
Times have changed, I'm a gentle god. No more war, just as I'm a furnisher, master of IKEA.
Left side of the fence still.
Hell yeah.
Not dead yet?
CSA still, you can kind of see him on the top right side of your screen. So, a couple of Union are up on that. CSA right, doing exactly what I mentioned a moment ago. Not a whole lot of CSA are here on this corner. CSA went up top, but those guys, they did exactly what they need to do, and now look at CSA come down. Union just running right through, trying to get into the woods, and, you know, that was a perfect execution there from Union. You do have one CSA regiment back here, that being, it's like HL. Pretty sure haunts.org just got team killed there.
Come here, you smelly bastard.
So CSA lose one flag. Colquitt's going to go, and here's the breakdown kind of a CSA. CSA from up top are now charging, and you got CSA going over there as well. Tickets about even for both sides.
Charges coming in from southeast. Charges coming in southeast.
CSA collapsing in from the corn side as well. Union trying to kind of get a foothold. Two Union flags are down. 42nd PA and 30th Ohio got to assist these guys. They got to get the flags out, Union does. Get one out. Now they're moving in. Kind of. CQB. Mississippi HL going in.
Yankee retreat. Yankee retreat. Yankee retreat.
You know, that was a poor little response there from Union, I'm not going to lie.
Quick and whip him. Take the flags, take the flags.
Union left two flags out to dry, and when you leave two flags out to dry like that, I mean, Union's going to have a rough time already trying to out-respawn CSA in terms of numbers, but losing two flags and not pushing up 10 feet to try and pick them back up. I don't know if they didn't notice that the flags were down, but it's a little bit of a mistake from Union. Regardless, though, both sides are about to take in losses. Again, that was a great maneuver by Union. They definitely won't have their flag for at least the next 5 minutes, because that's how long it takes before they despawn.
I already stabbed him once.
Oh, I pulled off. Oh, Doug pulled off, but a couple more guys are going for it. But actually, Union gets two flags out there. So Union, at least for them, it's nice getting two of those flags back. Looks like 32nd Pennsylvania Company B. They're the ones that don't have the flag, at least for now. But
Yankee engineer.
A good start from Union. I wonder if they're going to try that again. I mean, you might as well. I mean, you have a whole regiment that can't spawn in on their flag. Which, if I were Union, I would send the guys with the flags down right, but then send that whole regiment without the flag up to this side. That's because when those guys die, they're going to respawn back at Maine, which is right here. Or they could just not spawn at Maine and wait for that Union group to break through and get their flag back, which Union has pushed up there, and CSA is not even bothered. It is FSB and 1st Tennessee up here. And here comes some CSA to
Get
move
his
up
ass,
on him.
Lord. Kick him. Get him. That's what I'm fucking talking about, Lord.
Fucking hell yeah, brother. Oh, they're coming, boys.
Behind you, man.
So, Colquitt's went this way. And they're going to push Union off there. They didn't have a flag. Rest of Union trying to do the same thing as last time. But CSA looks a little more prepared. They have a lot more guys over here. Unlike before. But Union might get caught in a pincher again. Union needs to turn left 90 degrees and face these guys.
Come here,
So I like the little move from Iron Brigade. Both sides now taking losses. So, Iron Brigade actually holding off that counter push for the most part. Rest of Union streamlining into the woods.
Right, turn around the brace. Turn around the brace.
Reform
Run the
36, look to your northwest.
They're going to be coming from the northeast, boys. Get your loads in. Here they come.
From the northeast, boys.
But
To the northwest.
Union, I think, have all their flags.
Do not go past me. I am out of bounds.
One of them is back there. Some of those Union guys went back up to that corner, but HL charging in.
Come on, guys. Finish out. Let's go. Your shit, brother. Hey, brother, man, I got this fucking sword for you. You're a dumbass.
Make sure you use your shots, boys. Get in there and charge them. Use your shots and charge them.
So that's a good little hold there from Union. They get HL's flag as well. At least tell CSA where the Union is at. Nice already shot, and CSA is gonna try to push Union out.
Põe o patão pra dentro.
Will Union realize though? Now they won't.
Hey, watch the cone, watch the cone, watch the cone to the southeast.
Why running? Why are you running? Why are you running?
So CSA wiped that pretty quickly.
Why are you running?
Looks like Union was kind of caught off guard. But all that matters in the end is tickets, which are still pretty even. So Union's still in a great spot, despite not really winning a whole lot. Rip Lucian. That was a good, nice little shot there by the WAP Goblin. But no, Union. Like Union might not. When I say winning, I mean like the individual like charges and whatnot. CSA is charging back out to take the corner.
Oh shit! Alright, hold here on the fence line.
Holy shit! Тут Янки, тут Янки, тут Янки, тут Янки.
Hey, we're not right here. You're a Yankee.
That guy just fucking
They're charging,
help. Help.
They're charging.
No way that flag bearer
They're
died.
charging from the corn, they're charging from the corn.
No way the CSA guy got the. I don't know how. What the heck? All right.
They stopped this.
CSA like partially pushed out and they're running circles in the corn. Union trying to foothold, but looks like Alone Mississippi's going to try to push Union out. Oh my goodness, they're getting shredded.
Run this out of bounds.
Turquoise trying to get the flag out, which I don't know if he's out of bounds or... Yeah, he is out of bounds, so if he does die, at least it'll fall back. You got some Union guys trickling forward to assist. So Union will reform over here. Again, not having those flags, which they won't get back, at least in terms of despawning until the probably 16-minute mark. Maybe a little sooner than that. Meanwhile, is this first Tennessee and FSB? Well, FSB is here. And they're just trying to get some harassing shots. More like a harassing charge.
Кто-то?
Хорошая работа. Убей, убей. Не дай ему перелезть через забор. Не дай ему перелезть через забор.
And so CSA, Davis Brigade there, they should hold that. First Tennessee guys, a couple of them there. CSA returning to their original positions.
15, to be honest.
Yeah, a lot of 15.
So Union's going to go in again. CSA needs to play aggressive. And I like that CSA's holding forward. Again, all these Union guys here, or most of them anyways, if they die, they're not going to be able to spawn back right in the fight. Meanwhile, how is CSA responding to this? I mean, they're still kind of pushing up over to their original spots. See someone in CSA chat in all caps typing left, left, left. Union is hitting that CSA left. Looks like Union are just going to break through. Not a whole lot of resistance. You see Colquitt's moving over. Looks like IVB and 11 Mississippi are on top of Union flags. CSA cannot let the Union pick them up if they want to hold this strong. CSA kind of has Union in a little bit of a pincer. Union at least wiping 11 Mississippi and IVB. They get their flag in the process. Colquitt's Brigade. Not a whole lot left, but they got reinforcements streaming in behind. Both sides almost on the break. It almost looks like Union is slightly ahead on tickets.
Hey. Get your reload, mate. Get your reload. Get your reload.
Get the flag. Get the flag. Get the flag.
Nice job with that flag pickup.
Keep moving in the woods. Keep moving, 42nd. Keep moving.
His ass.
Right.
Come on. Oh, boss. I'm sorry for the team kill. Come here, boy.
Watch for your stabbing, motherfuckers. Come on.
Yeah, my bad.
Union
Get these
holding
flags up and
somewhat
keep
well
moving,
in
come
here.
on.
CSA has numbers. One Union.
Motherfucker.
Oh, that's, yeah, Union flag. And so it looks like CSA is going to hold in here and get all three Union flags. Union, as they've been doing the whole time, Union just needs to get them out. But CSA really needs to prevent Union from taking the flags out. CSA's kind of done a bad job of keeping Union flags down.
Yankees, son of a bitch! Where are you, Yankees?
So CSA hold that. They get two Union flags. You got a couple of FSB guys. Remember, they were the guys that pushed up on the left side. So and they died a little before that charge happened. So it looks like they're the flag. The Flag Service Bureau. They're gonna go pick up those flags. At least try to. 11 Mississippi and IVB holding right on top. Good idea. Gonna try. I think they're trying to get the flags anyways. I don't know why they rush with the corn charge or just take shots and pull off. I mean, if anything, just try to get those flags to go, like Mr. Zerdy here. That's a good flag pickup for Union. So 16 minutes left. Both sides hit breaking. Union's still in a very, I would say, a good spot. So Union moving out again. Only down one flag this time. Looks like there are a couple stragglers for Union in here. Don't necessarily know if they're trying to get the flag or not, but... But one time I go to look at CSA. I'm sorry, Davis Brigade.
We're moving out Hamptons.
Wow, that was like 10
Oh,
people
yo,
this
Leyland, we
time.
should get behind this fucking tree.
Hey, Irish.
They're gonna hit us with Artie.
Had it.
Man, shut this shit down. Is an arm light in his ear?
Your music.
Turn the music off, man, so we can...
Oh my goodness, he just got team killed.
Turn your rose away.
That was a murder.
Never know.
Oh, I wonder what caused that. So, Union forming up again. Union starting to go down the left side. It's like it's 36 New York this time that's going that way. Only a couple of... It's just Gene and Chunky are here.
Peaks and valleys, peaks and valleys. Peaks and valleys, boys, don't up and over.
So they've brought a flag with them this time. And you have some more Union going up center rocks, but here goes Union again. CSA not even trying to hold that corn line, instead just falling back to kind of that second defensive line, which Union probably doesn't know, but that center is open for the taking. But CSA is setting themselves up because Union's done this now. This will be their third time, so some Union's actually turning center here. First Delaware is heading that way, Midwest Brigade's turning that way, 42nd PA and 9th Corps are going to the woods, but Union actually kind of peering off. Maybe they're just trying to get this flag back, which that would make a lot of sense.
Full run, full run, full run, run, full run.
They're trying to get out, but holy crap, they're getting slaughtered.
Move left, 42nd, move left, 42nd, down to the east, boys, to the east.
They sacrificed all their lives to get one singular flag out, and it worked. And meanwhile, over here, remember, CSA lose the point. It's game over. First Delaware is trying to get a cap right now. Maybe 42nd outside of the flag thing is trying to be a little bit of distraction. CSA holding on point. Union Artillery getting a couple team kills there. 12th VA holding there with Davis Brigade behind.
Если что, норд-ист, там дерево должно быть.
You got more Union collapsing center. Union's trying to go for a cap, or at least just sit outside and reform here. This, for years, this corner position here was golden for Union. Like, if Union took the spot, the odds they win the game would go up significantly. Now, it's pretty late in the match, so we'll see. But this is a great spot for Union. CSA, if they do want to push Union out, would try to charge to the corn. It's just the only area with some cover.
Southwest.
50, move yourself left, shift left 50, shift left 50.
But it looks like CSA, for the most part, is just going to turn to the center and just kind of shoot it out with Union. I mean, at this point, CSA just needs to delay that clock as long as possible and get it to 0. So CSA all collapsing, looking to spread out maybe a little more. Union going on these rocks. I don't know if these rocks are on cap or not. I don't think they are. I mean, we would tell if the bar went down, but CSA is on point, so they're still trying to hold that ticket slightly in CSA's favor as well.
As they begin to fall, you had tears in your eyes, though you couldn't help at all. But you follow southeast, big push. Oh my God, that is a lot.
Oh yeah, southeast.
So Union pushing, trying to get around, just hit on CSA's flank. So spread out in the open. I mean, Union's got 10 or so minutes to make this possible. That is a lot of time to knock your opponent down the last stand and then get a good amount of kills before the clock hits 0. FSB and Midwest charging up to kind of take these rocks there.
McGraw, stop fucking flicking his ass. Spread out to the left or right. Find a nice big gap, goddammit. Too clumped up.
But that ticket gap, it actually looks like Union's taking a ticket lead. So how is CSA gonna, I mean, well, it's been 2 minutes so far. Both sides have kind of gone down, not a significant amount. Noticeable, maybe like an eighth of a stage. So CSA is going to try to do a little end around here. Maybe hit Union in the side. Don't know if they want to charge. Spring roll season though. Mississippi and IBB are trying to go for this. Which Union does notice, starting to take shots this way. So it looks like CSA may be trying to throw them out of this position. Very risky. Looks like more CSA are joining through the corner. You can barely see them. So Union gets swept up there by a large CSA force. Looks like Colquitt's joined that as well. And Union trying to turn to the corner. Iron Brigade is trying to hold it.
Gentlemen, shoot to the southeast, gentlemen. Shoot to the southeast.
East! Give me this
And
forest
CSA is trickling down Union. I think Union was very spread out, and so CSA is hitting the side of that. And because that Union line is so long, CSA has been able to kind of defeat Union in detail. And even Union Center kind of got ate up there as they slowly pushed over. Now 42nd PA collapsing over, trying to help. Tickets still fairly even. CSA maybe trying to hit Union in the final push before they hit last stand with this move. So it's a nice little response. We'll see if it works out. Union's still up on tickets. Obviously very risky, but they could think we're not going to make it if we sit here and shoot, so we might as well change up the strategy, even though it doesn't, even though it might not work.
Get out of here, you. Don't. You went to sleep. Keep up.
So far, it doesn't look terribly promising. They've gotten one Union flag, though. And here comes CSA pouring out of the point. Davis Brigade heading in now. CSA collapsing in on both sides. Union flags trying to get out. But it looks like it's not going to work, at least for one of them. I don't know why that flag bearer was running away and then stopped, turned around. I don't know what he was expecting. But CSA last stand, Union not in final push. So if I'm Union, I avoid any ticket loss right now. Because you don't want to hit final push. You want to give yourself a little time to reform before going in. You don't have to reform when you hit final push. So these Union guys pushing up here, I really don't like you. What I meant to say is I really don't like your decision. That might be a better way to phrase that. Jerry's trying to get the flag. Well, honorable. Very, very risky. Union needs to avoid final push at all possible costs. They need to reform. Which Jerry looks like he's probably going to get out. Wilkes. Oh, Jerry's frozen. What? Might have alt tabbed. Unfortunate. It looked like he could have gotten out as well. Anyways. Push Delaware up front. 42nd PA pushing over here as well. Again, every kill Union gets at this point will force a CSA guy to die and not respawn. Because he can't respawn anymore. I'm just so worried about Union hitting final push. Which Union looks like they're moving out now. Like, if Union pushes up in this next charge and hit final push, that's fine. But you don't want to hit it while you're still reforming. And that's why you see CSA kind of pushing out here. So Union hit final push. Timer drops to about 320.
Sharks and Artie, and you guys still can't.
And so every kill's going to matter here. So Union's just going to bomb rush the corner here.
We will not back up, man.
Make it count, make it count, make it count, make it count.
Sprint.
Doc, get here, get down. Make it count, boys.
Get up. Don't block me. Take a shot.
Back up,
Move.
Oh no, that arty shot hit right into the front of the Union line. Oh my goodness. CSA holding. Not like Union's able to get respawns up here. Union making effort. That arty shot would have been perfect before Union went in. That was a really nice place shot. Got a couple of Union kind of going around here. Maybe gonna pick up the flag. Nope. Yep, they are. It's Midwest Brigade and 1st Tennessee trying to get on the point. Couple CSA guys left. 2 minutes. I don't know if they have enough time. I don't think they're going to be able to hold this out. 2 minutes is a long time. And Union is going to be bustling to get back up here again.
Oh God,
Tickets don't matter, so skirmish, hide, crouch, do whatever. CSA holding back on point. Trying to make sure they hold it, obviously, but maybe pull off the front positions, gives themselves partially a little more time. Not a lot of CSA left, 1.5 minutes. Union reforming on the snake fence. Just trying to shoot in point artillery. Hits on point and gets a kill or so.
You slam!
Here comes Union. 1 minute. Just needs more bodies on point when the clock hits 0.
Hold the line! Scum of the earth, hold the line!
Practice clubbing each other in muster for like 30 minutes. Yeah, they got shit.
Looks like Union's going to take it. So, with that all being said, I mean, really well played round from both sides. Union tried the traditional approach. There's artillery. Union tried the traditional approach of just charging in, and it wasn't working. So Union changed up their strategy a little bit, sent a couple guys down the left, charged down right, and CSA, because they were reacting to what the Union was doing as a team, kind of overreacted in a sense. Overreacted meaning sending more guys to a flank where there's not a lot of attackers as a defender, and that's what they did. And so the majority of the Union team was able to break through the CSA lines and get into the woods and kind of cause chaos. So really well done to Union to reacting. CSA, I don't think they could have done much more better. I mean, obviously maybe not sending as many guys to deal with the few Union guys on your right, but like that's such a small critique. I mean, both sides, at least strategy-wise, played this round very, very well. And Union came on top, barely. So, is this a balanced map? Anyways, great first round. Remember, sides are switching for round 2. Going to repeat that again in a second, but we'll see you shortly for round number 2. All right, here we are with the start of our second round here. So, remember, the sides are switched. So, Union last round is now playing CSA, and CSA last round is now playing Union. Remember, for the campaign board, this is the Battle of Covington, Tennessee. And the CSA Merc token is... So basically, I think kind of everyone is in charge of the CSA campaign side is on Union, and then Iron Brigade is leading the CSA side for Union campaign. So, oh my goodness, that's a way to start the round. So, Union either push far left or far right. There's no in between, and they're doing both. Who knew there were communists and... oh my goodness. Far right people in our game. Anyways... with that being said, Union charging left. They brought a flag forward. I think they did anyways. Looks like, so Iron Brigade held that. 12th VA is going to try to go in, but they're a little bit outnumbered. Meanwhile, on the other side, Union charging in. CSA kind of back off the stone wall line that they had. And so CSA might countercharge this. At least Uncle Dragon's going up and unloading his pistol.
You get him?
So, generally, with this map, as mentioned a moment ago, Union pushes one direction or the other. Normally, they usually don't split. If they do split, it's usually one group shooting. Kolkowitz went from the center to the left. And they're kind of in a little defilade here, which is why they're kind of so far forward. They are being shot at from two sides. 36 New York's going to try to charge in on this. Assume Iron Brigade's going to join in a second if they have the manpower.
We ought to pull back, sir. We ought to pull back.
Come here, you fucking bastard, you.
Flag out.
And Union Kolkowitz will at least hold that. But here comes a couple Iron Brigade guys, and Union flag is out of there. Union already down almost half of morale stage. CSA has a little more tickets. Speaking of that, ticket and balance, Union has a 37% ticket advantage on this map. So a lot more than last round in terms of weapons for this round.
Keep moving though.
The Union has the 7th main with the Enfield and 20th New York with the Mississippi. So similar round, similar weapon to the Sharps carbine in the sense that it is a gun that reloads a little quicker, if my memory serves me right. You know, CSA has the 8th Alabama with the Enfield and Springfield 55, and the 8th Florida with the Springfield 42. So buck and ball, and they have the option of Enfield and Springfield 55 as well. So for now, Union trying to hit both sides, maybe try to find a weakness in the CSA defense, and it did not work. So, kind of going back to what I was saying at the beginning, Union historically have gone left. Historically, I mean like years ago, Union would just kind of charge up this left side and hit the CSA, who generally like to hold here. However, as of late, like a past year or so, CSA has really liked to hold over here, and the reason why is because the map boundary was extended, and CSA could use this stone wall now. And they like to go there because Union likes to push over here as well and take this stone wall. I mean, it's a really nice spot to have. CSA, I think, smartly kind of keeping guys towards the center, because if Union does cap and the whole CSA team was over here, CSA would have to hop up and over and go across a wide open field. You have a couple more CSA moving over to assist the Union here. But
They're charging, they're charging, they're charging!
of course, pushing up. A lot of Mississippi is backing off. So this is a very good start for CSA so far. They're slightly ahead on tickets. A couple Union guys getting a volley down the side of their stone wall.
So dusty.
Hey.
So Union's just trying to hit all the sides and see where they can break through. It really looks like Union has the most amount of forces on CSA right, only a few on CSA left. And I mean, if Kolkowitz charged in with the rest of those Union guys that went in, I think Union could have had a lot more success and probably won up on the CSA right. Instead, they went in separately, gave CSA at least a little second to reform.
Oh god, that was a horrible shot.
Ah, god damn, I'm good.
Oi, 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 oi.
I'm good, I'm
Oh,
good.
we are at the right place at the right time today with these arty shots. Jeez. So Union kind of holding up their approach a little bit. Tickets has actually gone in Union's favor, which with the ticket advantage Union has, you shouldn't be really surprised if Union's ahead, especially on this map. Actually, what is the highest ticket percentage difference? I think it's Dunkers. Union, actually, Burnside's Bridge. It's, oh wait, maybe Rivers Crossing. Rivers Crossing has a 66% ticket advantage to the CSA. That's the highest on this map. Goes Rivers Crossing, then Burnside's Bridge, and then Dunker / Otto and Sherrick. I didn't realize Union had that big of a ticket lead on Otto and Sherrick. But Union putting a little pressure on the center. HL looking to charge in this. They're about to hit CSA down to engage. 36 New York holding.
Be in charge, boys. Flag.
Freeze, 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 freeze.
Run, already guy, run!
Come here, flag. Come here.
Surprise Kolkowitz didn't move up with them. Instead, they want to get hit by artillery who will go overshot. Union will win that. Will hit CSA down to engage. Lucian's coming over with his guys, though. And Colquist is going to charge. There, you see him in Lucian's view. And they charge in and get Iron Brigade's flag. Here comes FSB, though.
Jump no more.
Banger. But it's kind of interesting. You hear the voice effect difference. At least. I wonder if they sounded in sync on their screens. I assume they did. But anyways, CSA move off the stone wall to assist their friendlies, and they do that. They win that. However, by doing that, Union has taken that stone wall spot, so it's a little bit of a trade. Also, CSA might be down almost half a morale stage right now from that. So that was really a ride of, I was going to say ride of Rohirrim moment, but it's more like Battle of Pelennor Fields moment, because one Union group went in on a CSA defense, and then another CSA group showed up. It's like everyone kept reinforcing each other. And then eventually the Ghost Army, that being the CSA at the Stonewall, came over and kind of swept the defenders, were able to hold. But unlike Lord of the Rings, we're dealing with tickets here and not medieval combat. So Union for now doing well over here. A couple more Union guys, they're still over there kind of shooting. Is CSA going to try to retake?
Officer on the right.
Focus fire on the officer's right.
I killed one. Keep
nice. Keep it up.
A couple of CSA guys are going forward, and these are huge kills for Union.
Shoot those two guys. Shoot those two.
Oiler of Men. Speaking of Lord of the Rings, that sounds like almost sounds like a name that would come from that movie. Anyways, despite Union winning that charge and kind of getting a huge ticket lead, they are down 2 flags. That's not a huge deal. It obviously sucks, but you would obviously much rather have the situation where you're up by 2/3 of a morale stage and be down 2 tickets. You would much rather have that than anything else. But it looks like Colquitt's here is, or actually it's HL. Is that Colquitt's a little further behind? It is. They're going to try up and charge in and get their flags. I reckon Union's not going to charge off the stone wall. 36 New York trying to maybe prevent this, but they're not hitting the flags. They're going to try to counter charge in. HL just wanted to get the flags. You can see more CSA streaking down from the point. Top right side of your screen. And here comes Colquitt to assist. And one Union flag goes down. Again, as long as Union's able to kind of keep a ticket lead, Union starts to retreat here on CSA. One of the Union flags was able to get out. Union actually pushed out from the stone wall. So Union at least retrieved one of those flags. CSA has a chance to kind of defeat Union in detail, but even if they defeat Union here and get their flags, it's kind of getting to a point where you got to pay attention to your tickets and react based on that. But CSA is not charging in yet. Union taking on the artillery and caissons to shoot CSA, who's doing the same as them. And CSA dropped to take in losses.
Отступать, retreat, команда,
See, yeah, here's what I think. When you're in that moment and you retreat very late like that, you might as well keep fighting outside of a flag bearer. Because I'll explain in a second. So CSA wipe Union, they get 2 more Union flags. The third flag that was down for Union I got picked up or despawned, which it looks like it despawned But now, when you retreat once the enemy line is on top of you, at that point you should just engage in a melee. And what we just saw is the perfect case for why you do that, because the problem is that when you retreat, once your enemy's on top of you, your guys are going to be focused on retreating. They're just not even worried about trying to get kills. They're just trying to get out of dodge, as they should, right? They're going to lose pretty bad. And so, at that point, you guys are trying to retreat, while your enemy, who's charging in, is just focused on trying to kill you. And so they're killing your guys while you're retreating. And you saw CSA just keep pursuing Union even though they were retreating. And they were eventually able to get that flag as well, which is huge. And so that's another thing, is that if your guys stay and fight outside the flag and you tell the flag to get out of dodge, the odds that a flag survives probably goes up by a little bit, because the CSA people charging in are going to focus on engaging you in the melee, because they obviously don't want to die in game, instead of maybe trying to countercharge and push for that flag. Now, would that flag have gotten out? Who knows, because CSA were flanking down the stone wall, but I think it's just something to think about, if anything. So, Union almost down to taking losses, about a fourth of a morale stage left. CSA barely took a hit in taking losses, but for some reason the start of a morale stage moves down very slowly for each side. So, we'll see how aggressive Union wants to take it now. I mean, Union tried to play aggressive even with 2 flags down, but granted, those flags were in an okay spot. These flags are a little more entrenched in CSA spots. That being behind the CSA line on that stone wall, and then this is not that bad, but it's still kind of far out there. And Union has 30 minutes left, so they have plenty of time to do what they want. They could shoot CSA down if they want. They could charge again, which they might do once these flags despawn. Who knows? So, I wonder what destroyed this fence line, because it's not like artillery blew this up. There's not many fences in this game that are like already broken before the fight starts. I mean, this is like designed fence breaking on the ground and fence angling, and like I wonder what happened before to cause that. A couple of Union artillery guys are doing some funny business here. Oh, you gotta hit that shot. Yep,
Napoleon.
Oh my, they're trying to roll the guns away. Now,
Look, you've just fucked up.
nice shot.
Oh.
I don't know if that was, I think that was following that took that shot. Oh, for the other guy, but Union trying to just screw with CSA artillery here and make it harder for them to use. Maybe shoot it? Oh, he's about to shoot it. I don't know if that hit anything. Where'd that go? Unless it was canister. What the heck? I didn't know this was the edge of the map. Hold up. What happens if I go through here? Whoa. I didn't know this is what Antietam looked like underneath. I like how there's a little grass on the ground too. What the heck? I didn't realize that's where the map ended. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Get in bounds. Uh-oh. Gonna run out of time. See, that's another great thing about this game, is that we'll see Union's charging in. Oh, Mississippi.
Form up, fire, form up, fire.
Shoot him down, shoot him in the back.
Back to the left, fire and left, fire and go left.
Hank, I'm gonna do you.
Keep shooting, guys. Run left,
Thank you.
run left, guys.
Thank
Run
you.
left, pull it back
Listen.
out.
Ich flip aus. Trompete spielende Maus.
What the heck? So, they try to push forward. I don't... Looks like the flag might have despawned. Yeah, looks like both flags despawned or they picked them up. But anyways, Union pushed CSA off a little bit. CSA, I think, getting a little worried about their tickets. Union does hit taking losses, though. So the cool part about this game is that if we zoom out again, you can look out. It's like the whole battlefield is here. You can see the Mama farmhouse here. But the devs took a photo of Google Maps, plopped it down, and then built the map off of that, which is pretty neat. And so whenever you're fighting, you feel like you're, in a sense, you're part of a larger battlefield, because you'll play other games and the map boundary will look like this. And it just, in a sense, kind of takes you out of the game. A little bit. In terms of your immersion. So, CSA down 3/4 of a stage. Union slowly pushing down on this. Surprised Union trying to do a little volley there.
Charge those fuckers.
I would think you want to get your shots off when it's this tight of an area. So Union, both sides kind of charge each other at the same time. Union flag bearer questioning if he should fall back. You know, if you're a flag bearer and your gut reaction is to retreat, your gut reaction is retreat. You keep going until you see a friendly line, which, lo and behold, there is one. So I guess him turning around there wasn't that bad, but flag bearers, it's human nature, right? You're engaged in something, it's not going right, you start running away, but eventually you're going to be like, am I safe? I'm okay. Do I need to stop running away? And so you'll turn around, which in this particular situation with flags retreating from melees, don't stop. Don't stop until someone in front of you who you know is friendly says to stop. Or you know you're with friendlies that are in front of you. Don't bother turning around.
Independent fire. Is that a sacrifice you're willing to make?
I mean, 99% of the time, if flag bearer is retreating, stops, turns around and looks, he will die. I'd be willing to bet on that. So, I mean, that flag bearer there got lucky. He made it out the first time. Because he got stabbed once and then he was able to get away. But anyways, Union have 3 flags over here right now. I think 4th flag is in the center there. Maybe? Union is hard pressing CSA left. As CSA do hit breaking. CSA is kind of collapsing to the point, at least center-wise. CSA is completely pulling off the position and retreating back to the center side of the map. I mean, at this point, if you're CSA, you're gonna hit last stand before anything. You can't really play time anymore unless you turtle. You can't play time because both sides will hit their final stages before that clock even gets close to 0. If anything, final push would force that clock to drop before it gets down there. And CSA has to play near the point. They can't turtle anymore because if Union caps, they win. So at this point, CSA's got to find some way to get Union to lose a lot of tickets, which will be very difficult to do. And if you're Union, as long as Union sticks together and kind of does everything as a team, there's no way they'll be able to lose that ticket lead. They shouldn't lose this game at this point. So Union are hard taking that Stonewall, have a half-mile stage lead.
I don't like that wall.
So Union actually charging across the... It doesn't look like a charge, but it is. Almost looked like they're double quicking. Cold Quist is going forward. And Union going up and over on that stone wall. Union looking to finish the game right now.
Guys, get back. What are you doing?
So CSA kind of setting up a defensive line here. Some are going out for a wide flank. Although it's a nice flank, if Union charges quickly, they could collapse and defeat CSA in detail. CSA and center starting to push out and maybe trying to go around for a flank as well. Union for now just holding. Trying to engage in a firefight. CSA actually charging on this side. And CSA is trying to find this ticket lead, charge Union out, get Union flags down while they're deep in CSA territory. So they got one so far. There's two. So Union has a makeshift line here on the wall. So Davis Brigade formed up here.
Friendly, friendly, yes, comrades.
But again, as long as Union is bringing CSA tickets down, it doesn't necessarily matter that they lose. Listen, Union has a lot of time to where it's not the worst thing in the world if they lose flags.
А почему? Надо было расстрелять этого предателя, а он, блин, дезертировал.
And CSA doing the same thing, reforming. And there goes Union down the breaking. Still roughly a half morale stage difference. The start of a stage, remember that we saw with CSA earlier, that bar did not move down, so I wouldn't be surprised if the gap between Union and CSA in terms of tickets grows in Union's favor, especially over the next couple of minutes. So, Union reforming up. They actually got a good amount of guys in center right now.
Right.
So for now, it looks like Union's just gonna shoot this down. I don't know if this is their plan to do for the rest of the round. They have the time. I mean, again, 2 Union flags are down. You have some guys going out trying to get it. Like Snapperkins and Fletcher. Uncle Dragon's going to try to stop. Fletcher sacrifices his life for the flag. Baron kind of doing the same thing. He sacrifices his life. Tommy's going to sacrifice his life. He misses the shot. Misses the stab, unfortunate. But you know they protected the flag, so props. Also, I realize that the little flags can show up. You don't know how much time is left on that clock. A little trolling here. Just block that out. I don't know what. Actually, I don't know why the flags show up. Like on top of the clock and stuff. It's not like anything else in this game.
Keep shooting, guys. Good job.
It's not like anything else in this game goes above the scoreboard. So CSA kind of about holding back as far as they can while maybe trying to keep a shootout going. I mean, yeah, look at the tickets. Union's barely dropped their breaking, and CSA is like a 4th stage away from last stand.
Over here in Discord, we are playing.
A sunshiny day, penis, everything's going my way. All together now, a 1, 2, 3. I take a look at my enormous penis, and my troubles start melting away. I take a look at my enormous penis, and the happy times it's coming to stay. I got great big amounts in the place where it counts. Now I'm feeling like a sunshiny day. Hey, I take a look at my enormous penis. Everything's going my way.
What in the name of Victoria is going on?
I'm not gonna lie, when I heard the beginning of that, I was not expecting that song to be about that whatsoever, and then started up the second verse, and there we go. Anyways, it was a good singing voice. CSA is almost, they're about to drop. If Union charges in, they will hit CSA into that, and unlike previous round, Union has almost a whole morale stage of buffer in terms of tickets. Oh. You know, might as well have a vibe when everything's burning down. In terms of CSA, it's all burning down around them.
Your name is Adrenaline? That's so cool.
No, but it's very cool.
Adrenaline.
No.
You gotta get in,
And
boys.
so, I mean, Union, for all intents and purposes, they just might shoot this down. Even they might even not even try to cap the point. They might just sit in the distance and shoot. I mean, it's a good way to get a lot of kills, which maybe that's what they're trying to do with the campaign here. Some 12th VA guys are going up though, trying to knock CSA down. Nope, and that does it. Looks like Lucian might be dead. He might have been the one killed to go to last stand. And see what he's got a... Oh, that's Doug.
Oh, sorry.
Poor Lucian, he's got to watch this fold out. Anyways.
The king's now in the barn! And just pick the flag up.
CSA, hunkering down.
Picked up the flag and you're dead.
Oh. It's a threat.
Keep it there. The word of the game now is to don't get shot.
He's not wrong. Remember, CSA doesn't get any respawns, so there's no point in the flag being a thing anymore. So they're just going to leave that down. And this... Oh my goodness. Speaking of this.
Beat him to death.
Sir, we would like terms of your surrender. No.
Wow.
No
Sad.
quarter around here.
No quarter. No quarter.
I appreciate Street Meat's effort there. 11 Mississippi does not care. So, really, I wonder if Union's not even going to try to cap the point. That'd be really funny if Union won without stepping on the point this entire round. I mean, they probably did, but you know what I mean. Union charging in. They're going to try to finish this here and now. So, Union wipe CSA on this front. Over here, Union reinforcements starting to pile up. They are capping point.
Careful, they're crapping a cannon. Be careful, boys.
Oh, I'm so scared.
Fucking shit, we're killing.
And CSA are going to move on it to try and contest somewhat. It's only like 5 12th VA guys that are trying to do this. Shifty is going to try to stop them single-handedly.
Those bastards.
Which he dies. Anyways, there's a barn raid going on.
Get away, get away.
CSA winning point single-handedly from 2 guys, 3 guys. About to be 2. About to be 1.
Kill them.
And 0. So anyways, I mean, truly a well-played round from Union. Both sides really played well as Union today, both campaigns. And, I mean, Union just played this round well. I mean, they tried hitting both sides. It wasn't really working. And Union's still not capping point. They're trying to wipe every single guy they can, which a couple have pulled back, but... I mean, again, Union just was aggressive on both sides. It was working okay. And then eventually Union just kind of adapted their plan. Were able to charge up the center a couple times. That was really the point where the round kind of changed. Union had a ticket lead, and they never looked back. Union's still not capping point. Are they trying to kill every single guy on here? I mean, it's teetering.
All cap, you sons of bitches.
Bro is min-maxing. Doug is saying kill them all, don't cap. And someone replied with someone's min-maxing. I mean, hey, in a campaign, all of that can count. I wonder if there's ever been a token with like less than 10 guys alive on it, or I don't know the exact phrase for it, but anyways, again, well done to both sides today. A 1-1 result. Unfortunately, there was no Battle of Port Philo, or Port Philo. That's a good way to flip that. Port Philo. Port Philo. That should be a name on the map, just to make fun of Fort Pillow. Anyways, yeah, no Fort Pillow this week. A little sad, but, you know, you take what you can get. Anyways, good 2 rounds today. Hope you all enjoyed. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe if you want to support the channel more. We have a Patreon where you can get a live stream of all the broadcasts we do. You can advertise your regiment in the bottom of our videos and get an additional broadcast per week. Besides that, though, we have our Discord, merch, X, Instagram, TikTok, and more. Those links are in the description. Regardless of that, though, I appreciate you all, and I hope you all have a wonderful rest of your night. We will see you in the next one.